What are we doing today?
We are hanging out for Mother's Day. We went and ate at Arby's, and now we're frolicking at the state capitol in Frankfort, Kentucky, baby. Yeah. This is a really good view right here, buddy. This is called Capitol Avenue, if you want to pan out to Capitol Avenue or not. And in a minute, we'll go down and see. Now, normally in the spring, there are tulips in the flower beds on Capitol Avenue, but I'm not sure what they have out right now. It could be new tulips. They were red and yellow a couple of weeks ago. I think maybe even pink. Not really sure. I can't remember. But then they tear it out. This is what they do every year here. This is a big tradition, Kentucky tradition in the spring. You get your tulips, and then they tear all those out after about a month. And then April, there are blue and silver, what are those little things that blow in the wind? Something wheel, pinwheel?
Pinwheel.
Yeah, pinwheel. And then April is Child Abuse Awareness Month. And this whole place here, is full of blue and silver pinwheels marking April, which is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and this is May, so they've taken all of those out. And then of course we have Derby, and a little while ago, I think they've already taken them down. There were Derby flags down Capitol Avenue. Now today's Mother's Day, so how about we go look and see which flowers they have in the flower beds. So they have planted the Mayflowers. As you can see, there's no more tulips, but this is what we do in the May month in Kentucky. It's always really pretty. They take such good care of these flower beds down Capitol Avenue in Kentucky. And each of there's actually a bed all the way down that's very similar to this, all the way down. They have annuals that they plant every year. So you can see that this flower bed is a little different than that one, but now all three of these will be the same, and then there's a different one on the very end. But you know, I think it's really nice. As you can see, take a look at that way of the Capitol. You get a full view of the beauty of the Kentucky State Capitol in Frankfort, Kentucky. It's one of my favorite places to come to. It's just a special place in my heart. I love to come here and pray for our state and even our nation. So it's just really nice to have a pretty place to pray. So this is the area that we used to, there were no fences here. This big black fence here was put up like 2 years ago by Governor Beshear. Obviously he didn't do it, but he had it done. And you used to be able to walk these grounds freely. I don't know if you can zoom in on those water fountains, John Paul, but actually we had family photos here like 7 years ago, and part of our family photos are up. I mean, we walked on the porch of the governor's mansion, and we had pictures taken up there. But anyway, that was when Governor Bevin was in. Andy Beshear had these gates put up, so you can't go up there anymore, and it grieves me.
That's right, I have been in there before.
Yeah.
It only cost $95,000 to build it.
So, you know, it's a little bit of a downer that we can't go up to the governor's mansion and go up to the water fountains, but I'm grateful we get to even be here and walk freely on what we can walk on. So. I hope the next governor takes this stuff down. It probably is going to be permanent because it costs so much money to put up, and it's metal. It's not aluminum, so it's probably going to be here. It makes me want to cry. It does. It makes me want to cry.
You can actually walk around there.
Yeah, the fence goes all the way around. There's like a little park on that side. There's a swing over there. John Paul's been on the swing. This is the back side, if you'd like to get a picture of the building and don't know if you can get the dome also. This is the back side of the Kentucky State Capitol, and obviously this is the lawn. Several years ago, we had an amazing worship service here that went on for like 72 hours, and they allowed us to put tents up on the back. It's called a porch, much bigger than what you would have, of course, at your home. But I'll never forget, all this awesome worship, people flagging, worshiping the Lord, laying out in the lawn, just worshiping, and this man on this white horse comes up, and he's just, I mean, it reminded you of, you know, when Jesus would be coming back. It was amazing. It was an amazing time of worship. And in a minute, we'll go over and see the Rose Garden. Okay, here we are at the Rose Garden at the Kentucky State Capitol. And lots and lots of different roses, lots and lots of different colors. And they all have their signs that tell us what they are. And this is just a quiet place to come and walk and experience, again, another facet of the beauty of Kentucky. Here's some lavender. Look at these yellow roses, aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at the pink. The Kentucky Capitol, the clock, there's a clock at the Kentucky State Capitol, and it's, okay, we're going to say in Kentucky, we think it's famous at least. It's one of the largest in the world. This actually is made from Kentucky fieldstone. This is built in 1961, and it's about 200,000 pounds. Like I said, it's one of the largest in the world, and it's kind of compared to the famous clocks in Edinburgh, Scotland, and there's one similar to this in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. It's always nice to come over and take a look. Again, as I've said so many times, our capital in Kentucky is one of my favorite places. It's so peaceful here. The beauty is unmatched. And again, I love to come here and pray for our government, statewide, local, and even our federal government too. So it's one of my favorite places to visit, and I hope that you will make a journey to the capital of Kentucky as well. April and May are a beautiful time to come to Kentucky. In April, we've got Keeneland running. In May, we've got the Kentucky Derby that runs. And any other time of the year, actually, you've got Mammoth Cave in the west, all the caves down there. You've got the mountains in the east, Cumberland Falls, Little Niagara as we call it, the Niagara of the South. You've got the Red River Gorge. In northern Kentucky, you've got Newport Aquarium, and you're really close to Cincinnati. So, you know, there's a lot to do in the state of Kentucky, and we hope you'll come and visit and bless our land as we bless our land as well.